Hello, I love you. My name is April and welcome to this present moment. I love you. Did I say that? So today we're going to address the cards that come up on the table. My messages are for the viewer, and these messages are articulated for the highest self-discovery and healing. Something just left right there. Today we're going to look at a series of cards. I'm going to do one card per each deck, and maybe the bottom energies if it resonates. We're going to start with no, I'm going to put the decks in the description box. This is lemongrass incense. It's hem lemongrass incense. And okay, we're just gonna burn a little bit of cinnamon to bring in that clearing of prosperity, abundance. Set the tone of high vibrational frequency, of love, of peace. Even when we look at the hardest parts of our psyche and soul, we can come to an understanding of what this is trying to teach us and where we lost right to this power. Who was the person we gave our power away to, and how we can rightfully retrieve the energy and essence that belongs to the spirit of our soul. Okay, we are gonna take the 3. I have very hard mental pattern coming out. I have the card that came out is the 7 of Swords. Now the 7 of Swords makes an appearance at my table often. It's about the deception of the mind. Like somebody's trying to claim rights to impress their ideas into your mind frame, causing you to be mentally bound, causing you to shortchange yourself, have fits of hysteria, have I smell 𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐿. Somebody might want to drink 𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐿 tea. It just tastes like Band-Aids, so I'll warn you right off the bat. It could be a healing balm to... Usually I don't drink it alone. Usually I drink it with clove and cinnamon and star anise, and I make a concoction. You take a pod of 𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐿. I use black, and I crack it with a little wooden mallet, and it steeps in a tea. I brew it in the pot and bring it up to a boil, and then I take it off the burner and you let it steep for about 15 minutes. This is good for blood sugars and micronutrients, and if you drink it regularly enough, it could be for parasitic infection, especially that of the mind. I don't know how many parasites live in the mind, but this is a mental tower. We are going to be having a mental tower. This is 15 swords. It's a toxic mindset that needs to go. We are no longer allowing other people to hold space of what our mind is allowed or unallowed to express. This is a feminine energy that feels like something. There are two swords up here going into the eye. That if she's been taught that if she looks at these truths, that it will harm her vision of self, her vision of truth, her vision of life, her vision of what she was creating a foundation on. And then this is a whole bunch of smoke at the bottom. So this is false. This is built on smoke and mirrors. This other person or yourself trying to hold yourself out of the vision. Okay, we're gonna stay with yourself. Trying to hold some of your mental power back. That's not gonna be available anymore. Okay, so this is a wounded mindset of your childhood. This has been, okay, the 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior, and the 6 of Cups is my generational card. So it's the trauma that we were told as a child we were supposed to just endure because that was what was given over and over again in these generational lines. So each one of these cups is the same. It looks the same, and it represents what kind of offering of emotional growth can be had to everyone in the family. And this is the little girl on the sun. So when it comes from a wounded mindset, our light gets diminished when we accept this offer that has been handed over by our generational blueprint. So let me just take a look at it. So this has been many actions against us that were an offer of love that felt like it separated us from home. See, there's a wall here. It created barriers that didn't allow us to actually live a full life. Can I see what the shadow is? Either of the mind, of the heart, or of the woundedness. This is my shadow deck. This deck represents the hidden realm, and it has conscious and subconscious connotation. And then it has unconscious or refuse to be witnessed availabilities when they come out in reverse. Just one card, please. Page of Pentacles. Oh, we have the Tower coming out again. Okay. So there is something that you carried, something that you were given to carry. It was a false storyline of love in the real world. You were here to carry it in the real world. What does this say? Someone who constructs something. Now, it is coming out in the conscious mind, But I'm always really, really aware that when it comes out in the unconscious mind, this is holding the head of another person, and there's a love letter being buried. A head of another person and a love letter being buried. Because like these deceptions and this woundedness felt like so much to bear that what was once a rock, something to be moved and carried, it just so looks like a head to me. It doesn't look like a rock anymore. It has a face on it. And I know humans like to see faces in everything, but why doesn't it look like a rock anymore? Even when it's over here and it looks like a rock, it has a face on it, but it doesn't have a face on it that looks like it's masked. This looks like a burlap sack has gone over somebody's face and then they were beheaded. So this has to do with what kind of murderous love affairs we've had in other existences and expressions of our own reality that were creating towers of separation of love. This is the 5 of Cups. This is the step prior. We have the tower coming out twice. So this foundation has always been faulty. It may have come in from a different expression of your soul's existence. Now, if you don't believe in past lifetimes, if you don't believe that we come back and live again and again and again, then this would be in your family line, somewhere down the line, in your family line, in your generational pool. One of these loves ended up in a murder where no love moving forward was able to flourish. That is why it was always feeling like it was a wounded love. It was a wounded pattern. It was a wounded cycle. It was a hardship. It was something that was being unknowingly carried through spiritual context into the emotional world, playing out physically in reality. This is how it works. We have spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional. We have it all covered. Now there's a separation here in between two people. That red tie, that cord. You may be doing cord cuttings. You may be understanding exactly who this person is. Somebody may have bound you into a tragic situation where every time you create a reality with somebody other than them, everything comes crashing down. It's a waste of time. We have 11 emotions. This is bringing us into self-mastery of the emotional state. If we get the 7 of Cups, then it's progression. But we're not there yet. Let me see. I have a masculine oracle to try and see what emotional offering creates isolation from the home, creates isolation from being the queen or the king. We're only a page. We're at the beginner mind in the real world. What emotions keep us immature? Not knowing how to celebrate love. I don't usually do reversals, but it came out in reverse. which is inability to hold our own power. We have the Strength card coming in reverse. This has left us powerless because we don't know how to offer love. We don't know how to share love. We don't know how to engage in a rightful celebration of love, because what we were taught when we were young was coming from people that were not spiritually sound, not emotionally fit, not emotionally balanced. So we have to revisit places and spaces where we have left our power of love, power of celebration, of rejoicing, power of community. Where are the places where our lower nature is in control? Where is the devil driving our soul and spirit forward? There is a higher nature and a lower nature, and our angelic self is our crown, our third eye, and our throat, and our devil self, or our fallen angel self, is our root and our sacral and our solar plexus. And they're supposed to converge in the middle and meet and bridge the gap between the two selves, so we can stop living a life of destruction, especially when it comes to love and the way it affects our mind. Oh, choose your battles. 7 of Wands. Someone is defensive. Somebody is taking on more than they can endure. Here we are with the faces of the chakra, what I was talking about. We have the sacral, the heart, and the third eye. So this is like I have the next step. We have the Strength card, even though it's in reverse. Now I have the Hermit card, which is the next step. So we have 7, 8, 9 coming out as a progression instead of 5, 6, 7. And now we have, oh, we had 7 on the table already. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. No. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna leave the numbers. Okay, so I have, this is when we can get our chakras in alignment: head, heart, and soul. It is when we allow the lower nature and the higher nature to bridge through and have a complete existence within our reality. Somebody is standing firm that they want all 3 of these frequencies within inside their own vessel to start being in communication with each other. The way to do it is to go out into nature and meditate. This card has always reminded me of the heart. It is the Hermit, it is wisdom, it is going within, it is being alone, doing it by yourself. You don't need anybody else on planet Earth to right this situation inside of you. All you need is your power to face all of the faces of your spirit. It's funny because this one looks like John Travolta. Sacral, you know, like maybe you want to put on some grease lightning and dance around a little bit to get those sacral juices flowing. To learn how to celebrate your own self before trying to share it with anybody else, family or friends, or now how many cups do we have? We have 14 cups. It's coming into tempering our emotional flow. And now we have 16 wands, which is the spiritual tower. This is when we realize how the mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual are all connected. And when we go and we take back our power, we collapse those timelines and we connect more to the true version of our being. We tame the beast within, and then we're in control. We are the ones that are driving the ship. We've gained wisdom and we've processed the knowledge into wisdom so that we can, I'm smelling grease on a car. Like somebody may be having car trouble. You may be a mechanic. You may be okay, I don't have anything else. Let's see what animal spirit would like to show for us today besides these two birds. Whatever this shadow is, whatever this tower is, it's right in full view. It's in the conscious mind. It's in the conscious mind. Besides two bluebirds, what animal would like to show up to assist the viewer? Oh, and half of a tiger. Half of a lion. Sorry, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, I had that yesterday. That's too many. That's too many. That's too many. Oh shoot, we have the dragon spirit showing up. That was the one that was coming out left in my hand. The ones that fell in my lap. The dragon spirit is ether. So I didn't talk about that yet. We have the 4 elements here, but there's also a 5th element with it, which is the ether. And the dragon... The dragon element comes when we go into the heart space. Okay, we will take these ones. I have the elk spirit on the bottom, and the elk spirit for me at one time was a representation of the masculine. So the masculine energy is coming into understanding the full grandness of their power. So when we are in a wounded masculine energy, what is actually revealing itself within us is our dark feminine. Every energy has masculine and feminine energy in it. Okay, so we have the dragon, the masculine dragon. This could be representing the fire dragon. We have the eclipse season here. This could be representing when the hidden realm goes in front of the light. That elk is looking towards the past. So this dragon energy may be lying dormant in a frequency of emotional disconnect from when you were feeling that you were not, when you were feeling that your spiritual warrior was wounded. I have the spider, the tangled web we weave. Everything is all connected. So this has affected multiple people. This has sent out many timelines. Now, it depends on which ones you're going to take. And if you look at the timelines, they're colorful. And these are the colors of the rainbow. So are they, it looks like they're in order to me. I love that this deck is all rainbows. And then we have the moth and the bat. So this is like higher and lower nature right here. The moth for me has taken over as the feminine, and the bat used to be my below. So you have an in, within and a without, and you have a, there's 9 positions to elements. We have the directions, north, east, south, west. We have the inner, oh, nope. We have the above, the inner, and the below. And then we have the feminine, masculine. So this is the old masculine timeline coming into this development of new feminine form. And then we have the otter spirit with the golden egg, and the golden egg represents the heart. So the dragon represents the solar plexus, where the power is stored, where the masculine power is stored, where the sun, okay, what is eclipsing the power? What shadow is standing in front of the way of the, what emotional shadow? What are you holding in front of there that is that thing that you're like, no, I'm not going to look at that. Because once you do, your heart is going to receive the reward of companionship. I have the moon showing up on the bat, the sun and the moon showing up on the elk. That was a lot. That wasn't supposed to be that much, but we just have to flow with what we are given. Sometimes we just have to flow with what we are given. We have 7 animal spirits, 2 representing 2 chakras that we've already talked about. The chakras over here. What are we holding? What is that emotional weight? What is that spiritual energy that came in with us from another place and space and time? Is it from our grandmother? Is it from our grandfather? Does it carry? Did we get to witness the separation of all of our family members in love? Like, does everybody end in divorce? Does everybody end in divorce? It's because they're mentally trapped in a toxic mindset, and they are spiritually at capacity for how much the foundation can hold emotionally. So it's 14, 15, 16. It's 14 emotions, 15 thoughts, and 16 actions, but we only have one thing presented physically in the tangible world. So this is living a reality that is very ungrounded. Where do we need to ground? Where do we need to get into the water? Charge across the land and take our space, build our home, our colorful home. Since they're here, I'm gonna do a couple of trinkets, and then that's gonna be a wrap for today. Okay. I have a frog showing up. a frog head. I don't know. These are found objects. And on the bottom, there is a triangle. And this, for me, is your inner being is living in its lower nature. I don't know why it has to go into the lower nature and it doesn't get expressed like this. Maybe because he's looking down. She's looking down. But, oh, we have more pink. I have a part of a pink pencil and a pink heart. So this is a inner feminine written love, inner feminine love story that is still being expressed as a lower nature. We have the timeline of Easter coming in. And there is, I don't know, something that's blossoming. I think that's broken. There's something that's going to be blooming, another pink thing by Easter. This feminine portion of your inner self is going to be spoken. It's just a glass bead. It has waves on it. Yeah, it has waves on it. And it's going to allow you to get into the heart space. I don't even know what this is. This is a broken thing. Looks like a moon. It looks like a moon. It's just a broken thing. I don't even know how that got in there. This growth and expansion is for you. The heart is going to blossom, and this blossoming has to do with reconnecting to the truth of who you are, your crown chakra, your divinity. I have a titanium appearance marble with iridescence. Like, this is like, it's green, it's yellowish green in the light. So that's combining that, the dragon and the heart. The golden egg is the heart space. But you have to be able to reclaim the grandness of your power. The grandness of your power. Your power emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. And then we have to root it into the real world. Oh, shoot. I have a rubber band. Oh, no, it's not a rubber band. It's a circle of light, and it fell down on the bat. So when you are going deep into your lower nature, please remember to wear your spiritual protection. There's many did I say it was for you? There's many meditations or spiritual protection rituals here on YouTube. I have a American penny. I'm just gonna see if I can try to find a date. Shit. Or I'm gonna drop it on the floor. Oh, you're kidding me. 2013. Is the date. It's a different penny. It's got a crest on the back. What does it say? can't read it. I can't read it. That's not enough light. I got those. No, I am perfectly well. I am perfectly healthy. I'm perfectly well. So there's something that needs to be reclaimed in 2013 about your heart. This chickie is holding the egg, is holding the heart. There might possibly be a resurrection of your heart space. That is a huge transformation of darkness to light on this Easter, this April, whatever. It's next weekend. It is bringing in higher psychic abilities and a more reachable audience. This is what I got for today. I love you. Peace out.